is, what the hell is a Fordyce? Well, one's a trail, one's a Vanquish, one might be a blister. Alright, today we got a new truck, and we have the Vanquish vs410 Fordyce ready to run. We have the truck that came in blue. We're going to do what I call a quick unboxing. Sometimes they end up not being so quick, but I'm going to open this box anyway. Might as well record it and just go over a few things. This kit was released less than a week ago at the time of this video, and we got one really quick. Do like the look of this truck, but it's something that kind of grows on you a little bit. I went with the blue because of the original Vanquish vs410 Phoenix that I got. That one comes in gray, so I wanted something with a little bit of color, make it a little bit different. And I've really wanted to get a straight axle kit or a straight axle RTR to see how they are compared to the Portal version. So this truck being released when it was a perfect timing, because I was thinking about buying a straight axle kit or the straight axle RTR, but this one comes with a few things that I like. I like the bed sides, and the tires are super sticky. I love the tires. So let's go over a few things, open it up, and just take a look at it. This truck comes with the standard VFD transmission instead of the VFD twin. The VFD twin in the build kit Phoenix and the other Phoenix is a switchable overdrive transmission, and has a dig unit built into it. This one has none of those features. It's standard, but it has more robust gears, so a lot wider, a lot tougher, stronger gears that you can put in it. This kind of simplifies everything a little bit. I do use the features on my Phoenix, but they're not required in any kit, and so this is kind of a neat one. And this kit retails for $459.99, which is a little bit cheaper than the Phoenix RTR. Not drastically, but a little bit, but still gets that price point down to where Vanquish is within the parameters of some people that might not have ever been able to buy a Vanquish kit before can now actually get a ready to run Vanquish with all their really nice plastics and molded parts. So we went over the transmission. It comes with a really killer radio system. My bench is a little small, so we can't totally flip it to the side here. But we'll go over those features when we open it up. I have already opened it, so I had to take a peek at the color and get an idea. But it has not been ran or anything yet. I just wanted to get a look at the colors. So you can see it's packaged pretty nice, but really easy to get out. We don't have to deal with any zip ties. It just comes right out. Let's open up this little box first. This box comes with double A's, T-wrench, an extra body pin for the front, and it comes with the optional shorter shock rod ends, which we are probably going to replace. Okay, we're just checking out the radio here. We put some batteries in it. It does feel nice in the hand. You can kind of steer it with one hand, but only a certain amount of people really care about that. Normal people don't care, but you can steer it with one hand. It also is a 15 model memory, so they do sell extra receivers if you want to use this radio for multiple rigs. Nice colored instruction manual. Just a picture of some of their tools, parts lists, and then we have the blow up part views. Not an actual instruction manual on how to assemble it, but a pretty good manual to get you an idea of what you're looking for. Alright, let's get this wrapping off of this truck. Now, one thing I would like to say, that in person, the blue looks better than it does on the box. Even my girlfriend said, wow, I like that a lot better. The box, it's kind of weird looking, but in person, the body looks better. the color is a lot nicer, a little darker than it looks like on the picture, I feel like. Also, it's pretty decent looking. It's not too bad. We got the Falcon Wild Peak MTs. These are super sticky tires. I have these on my Phoenix. I bought them optional because I had the build kit, and those tires work great. It looks like these are not vented, so we're probably going to go ahead and vent them up a little bit. Let's take a look underneath. So one of the things that they changed from the Phoenix RTR and the kit was they keep the large lower links and change the upper links to the thinner ones, which should probably not be a problem. Those aren't taking a lot of the impact, a lot of the drag. It just helps with the price a little bit. Also, the steering links are a little bit smaller. We'll have to see how this one holds up, being where it's going to take some of the impact. Instead of having a bent link, they went with the offset rod ends on this one. Also, it runs the same sliders and skid plate, I believe, as everything as the Phoenix, same axles. They also have new wheels, so they have new bead locks that are all plastic on the outside. This is a really nice wheel, and even though it's plastic, but you can see from the back side it is a bead lock. You just undo the screws. Supposedly it's a lot easier to mount up the tires and everything, and you can use the brass inner rings from any of their other wheel sets that you can get and put them right in here if you want to add some weight without spending the money on the additional aluminum wheels. I've already ordered some wheels for this truck, but we are going to use the plastics right away and see how they perform. Same bumpers front and rear, which is not bad. They did what they needed to do to keep the price decent and utilize the parts they have, which was all manufacturers do. Let's take a quick look at the front of this. I did already order a light kit for this truck. I believe it's the same, I hope, it's the same exact light kit that goes in the Phoenix, the round headlights. It has the rock lights, the round headlights, and also has the, they're not functional, but they're just on tail lights. You can see the nice cage in the rear, same as the Phoenix. A body swap is super easy. It just swaps right over. One thing I noticed that they achieved with this one is you got a lot more, the body will go up a lot higher than the Phoenix before it hits, and that's because they moved the front bumper out. You can tuck the bumper in, and then it will probably goes about the same height as the Phoenix, which is somewhere within probably here, which is acceptable if you're just changing a battery. Not so much for working on. The body feels pretty rigid. One thing I've noticed is that the stickers are on really nice. I mean, everything is nice and straight. Not all of the air is out of everything, but they're on super straight. And that's a good thing. A little bit of a heat gun or hair dryer. Everything has no bubbles. It looks really nice. Some companies have a horrible time of putting stickers on decals, and they look awful. They did a good job on this one. Another good feature you can see, clear windows, slightly tinted with the sticker, but because the sticker isn't applied, poorly, you can see in there. So that's going to be nice. There's no interior in this truck, which an interior kind of would be nice, but it's not required with the tinted windows the way that they are. So all you have to do to remove the body is pull out a body clip out of this end, slide the pin out, and then the whole body just removes right off the truck, which is a super nice feature. I will say that the body pins in the back though, put the body pins in the back. They're hidden, which is nice, but they're also a pain in the butt. They're hard to get in and line up. It's the only thing's they should make some kind of a click attach a system or something for that and get rid of the pins in the rear. So we have a hobby wing. This is what they call their VE1, but technically it's a hobby wing 1060 ESE. Pretty standard, really nice. will run 3S with this motor. The motor that they have, I believe, is it's a 35 turn Vanquish branded motor, so pretty typical of most all RTR rock crawlers. There's our 4-channel VR1 receiver. The transmission is the standard VFD, and from what I understand, you can put on a dig unit onto this one as an option part if you want dig, but the switching overdrive is not an option for this transmission. They do sell a transmission kit that you could put in here if you really desire that, but this truck isn't really made to have that option. This truck is to give you a different option than the Phoenix. Nice big battery tray. I use shorty packs, so Scale by Chris makes a nice little short battery pack, or you can even mount one off to the side pod here, which would get your weight more forward and a little lower. If you are looking to do a different body at any time, there is places to put body mounts to mount any kind of body that you want to this chassis. Maybe they might not work with the inner fenders as well. They have the aluminum S8E shocks. They work pretty good. I did notice in some of the other videos of this release that some of them may or may not be leaking. These ones are good, and the S8E shocks I have on my Phoenix are working really well. I have one that might have a slight seep at the top seal, but I don't know but it's not at the bottom seal, which is usually where a failure point is if you have a credit shock. It's like 200 and something ounces on the steering servo, and it does have an aluminum servo horn. Alright, and there's the unboxing of the Vanquish vs410 Fordyce. Now, one question you might have is, what the hell is a Fordyce? Well, it's a very hard off-roading trail for one-to-one vehicles in California. It is very close to the Vanquish headquarters, and that's probably why they went this way. When I first seen the name of this vehicle, though, I liked a lot, I was a little confused with the Fordyce part. Wasn't really sure what they were looking for, so unless you live in California, I'm sure lots of people were like, what? Once you understand what it is, and you say it a few times, it finally blends in with the truck, and it doesn't sound too bad, but at first, Ford, you're like, it's hard to process, what it is if you don't know what Fordyce is. And if you Google Fordyce, you might come up with a few different listings. One's a trail, one's a Vanquish, one might be a blister. So I am very happy to have another Vanquish truck in my collection. Now that they've come out with RTRs and lesser expensive build kits, I can get my hands on some, and yeah, this one should be a lot of fun. I want to see what the performance is between the Phoenix Portal and this truck being straight axle. I'm kind of excited to see how this one will work. I mean, I do really like the Portal for a little bit of clearance, and that truck is so smooth. The suspension just works everywhere it goes. But having that higher center of gravity on the Portals, I believe that this truck might actually do a little bit better if we can keep the diffs from grabbing on a few things. And so yeah, I'm really excited to check this out, and we're going to do a running video soon, and my thoughts between the Phoenix Portal and the Fordyce. So please like, subscribe, and share. Tell me what you think of the new Vanquish products that they've been coming out with in the last year. They have released 3 RTRs so far this year. They had the original Phoenix straight axle, they had the Portal Phoenix Falcon Edition, and now they have the Vanquish Fordyce. I like the direction that they're going. They have probably the best quality kits on the market, the best quality ready to runs. They really took their time to build this platform and put everything that they've made over the years and put it together in a unit that a lot of people can get their hands on. And so that, I think, is very exciting. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching.